Hey, I'm Heyzeus, and in this video, we're going to look at the best way to profit from Operation Broken Fang, sponsored by Skinport, the easy-to-use skins marketplace where you can sell your skins for real cash, more about them later, and also supported by VLoot, the really cool site with tons of great giveaways. Check them out, link is in the pinned comment. So, this video is actually going to be looking at 3 different ways to profit from this operation. Why? Because different methods work better for different people. So I'm going to explain a bunch of them. I'm going to list the pros and cons, and you can figure out what works best for you. So for number 1, we have the trade-up contract. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what a trade-up contract is, it's basically a crafting feature in CSGO. You put 10 skins in, and you get 1 better skin out. And if you choose the right skins to put in, you can make a profit from this, and there is a lot of Broken Fang skins you can do that with at the moment. So, for example, here's a trade-up contract you can do. It cost me roughly $4 US, and it's got 6 StatTrak field-tested mil-spec skins from the Broken Fang case, and 4 StatTrak minimal wear mil-spec skins from the CS20 case to use as filler to get the float value of the contract below 0.15. And basically, we've got a 40% chance of getting a CS20 skin where we lose $2.50. We've got a 48% chance of getting one of these skins from the Broken Fang case where we more or less break even, and then we've got a 12% chance of getting an exoskeleton where we make $18. So it's risky, but the odds are in your favor. Here's a more detailed look for anyone who's interested, but anyway, let's do this trade up. You know what, I'll take it. This is a pretty low end trade up though, so if you feel your life hasn't been painful and upsetting enough recently, there are much more expensive and risky options. There's really high risk stuff actually, like this trade up. So it costs roughly $55 US to do, and it's got 6 field tested classified Broken Fang skins and 4 minimal wear Yang glues from the Spectrum case to get the float below 0.15. And from this, you've got a 20% chance of a USPS Neo Noir, where you lose about $30, a 30% chance of a Glock Neo Noir, where you lose about $15, a 20% chance of getting an AK Bloodsport, where you lose about $2, and a 30% chance of getting a Print Stream, where you make about $80. So it's risky, but it's a risk worth taking. Here's a more detailed look if you're interested. And by the way, I actually bought one of the skins in this trade up from Anomaly, so thanks for that, mate. What a legend. But whatever, it's time for me to take my punishment like a man. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Get fucked. Okay, so the benefit of trade-up contracts is that they allow you to make a lot of money relatively quickly. Generally speaking, it's always possible to do them, and you can make sure the odds are set in your favor, and that is a big pro. But with that big benefit comes some big downsides. Firstly, to make money from trade-up contracts, you need to have a technical understanding of how they work first. Please don't touch these things without looking up all the details about how they work, because you're just going to get burnt. I've seen it happen a lot before. Don't make the same mistake. Secondly, they're risky. Short term at least, you can lose money like I just did there, and it's important to keep something like that in mind. Thirdly, it's time consuming. You'll be spending quite a while looking for the skins you need, and finally, there's a lot of competition. A lot of other people are going to be fighting for the right skins to do trade-up contracts. So there's a huge upside, but also a lot of downsides. You can make a pretty nice profit, but just be aware, you'll really need to put in the effort. So the second way you can profit is from investing. Basically, see everything here? All these agents, all these skins, all these cases, all these stickers, all these graffitis. Well, long story short, it's all extremely likely to be discontinued permanently at the end of the operation. So at some point during the operation, you can go in, buy a bunch of stuff, generally speaking the skins and cases are what you want to go for, and you can just let it sit in your inventory for a year or so after the operation ends, and you can sell it off once it's gone up in price afterwards. Or at least, that's how it's meant to work. So the pros for investing are A, you don't have to do anything other than buy the stuff and wait. It doesn't matter whether you attend military boot camp in the meantime or just stay at home and masturbate, you'll make the same profit either way. And B, if your investment goes well, you can make yourself a stonking amount of money. I mean, if you invest $1,000 and your investment doubles, well, you've made $1,000 profit. If you invest $10,000 and the investment doubles, well, then you've made $10,000 profit. It's very easy to rack up big profits. But there are downsides too. For one, to make large amounts of money, generally speaking, you need to spend large amounts of money, which is a bit hard if you don't have large amounts of money to spend. Secondly, it's quite time consuming. You've got to spend all that money, then you've got to wait. It's not quick like trade-up contracts are, and the money's locked down in the meantime. And what if your investment doesn't go well? I mean, long term, I can more or less promise you that the Operation Broken Fang case and the collections will go up in price, but you might be waiting years and years, and you might even lose money in the short term. There's definitely some relatively safe picks, but nothing is guaranteed, and you'd better be prepared to be patient. Anyway, that brings us to our final way to profit, which is through completing the operation pass on multiple accounts. And sure, it probably sounds a bit stupid, but it might make more sense than you'd expect. First of all, during Operation Shattered Web, I got a lot of messages from people who were making money by completing the operation pass on old accounts. Not tons of money, but often it was about $100 or so, which was a lot to these people, probably because they were only 14, but in fairness, $100 is a lot of money when you're 14. You can buy a knife with that or a couple of new games, and the economics of completing these passes isn't terrible either. I mean, you get 100 stars for doing it, which cost $45 to buy directly, so you get 3 times your pass worth of stars. In fact, in my currency, you actually get slightly more than that, and on top of that, you can choose exactly what you get. So you can use all those stars to buy cases, which means you don't have to worry about getting dropped some crappy consumer grade skin. You know for certain how much the case is going to be worth. Now, currently, 100 stars will get you 50 cases, which will sell after Steam tax for $42. So if you completed an operation pass and got 50 cases at that price, you'd make $27 profit. Do that on 4 different accounts and you'd have made over $100. Now, granted, the operation case isn't likely to stay at this price. It probably is going to fall as the operation goes on, but it may not end up falling that much. It's hard to know for sure what will happen because we've never had an operation pass like this before, so making predictions is fraught with danger. But I'll put it this way, the Shattered Web case never really went below 68 cents, and if the Broken Fang case falls to that price, which isn't a completely unreasonable prediction, you'd still be making $16 profit from completing the pass. That is not terrible, or at least it's not terrible if you're too young to get a job. Also, either way, you don't need to gamble on this. There's no point trying this out until week 16 of the operation when all the missions are out and it's possible to get all 100 of the stars. And at that point, you'll know exactly what the case is worth and whether it's even worth doing this. But there is another objection you might raise. Wouldn't doing this be really time consuming? Well, yes, but maybe not quite as bad as you'd expect. You see, I decided to try out how long it took for my dumbass to get the first 10 stars playing the game the way it's meant to be played, which is while you're in a Discord lobby with a bunch of edgy teenagers.
Oh man, I love having Vaseline all over my dick.
Yeah, it went about as well as you'd expect. So I started off playing the Guardian mission with McLaren, and just to be clear, me and McLaren are shit at Counter-Strike. We're just silvers, I can't even survive against the fucking bots, but even then, it only took us 10 minutes. And once we'd done that, we immediately jumped into the co-op mission to see how long that took as well.
This is gonna turn into a Kimmy Carlson type video. Where it's like 95% of the videos is banter and Discord.
Start some Twitter beef real quick.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Does that mean at some point along the line I fuck McLaren's girlfriend? If it's Call Me Carson's?
Whoa, hang on a second.
He'd have to get a girlfriend first.
And it only took us 16 minutes, so after 26 minutes, I already had 4 stars. Now, I decided to try out the Danger Zone mission next, this time joined by a guy called Choose, and this one didn't go quite so well. You see, I reckon a good CS player would probably clean up this mission in 15 minutes or so, but here on the TDM Heyzeus YouTube channel, we do things a bit differently, and between the queue times and my shithouse gameplay, it took slightly longer than that for me to get the kills I needed.
They're both there, they're both there.
I got a pistol. Oh, I dinked one.
One's down.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, they're both down, That's
Nice, good shit. They're right here,
I
At
see
this
him,
house,
I
at this
see
red house, You see him?
Okay, I got him.
Nice,
He's
one
gone,
down.
He's gone.
Yes.
I don't know where the second is.
Okay, yeah, that time is a little bit embarrassing, but the retake mission, which was the final mission I did, on the other hand, only took 12 minutes, and at that point, I had all 10 of my stars. Now, think about it this way. Sure, it took me about 2 hours to do it, but I'm bad at this game. A competent player would probably do all of those missions in more like 1 hour. And also, this was my first attempt, so if you were completing heaps of passes, you probably get that time even quicker. And those 10 stars are already enough for 5 Operation Broken Fang cases, which currently sell for $4.20 US on the Steam market, which on its own is nearly a third of the cost of the Operation Broken Fang pass. So I don't think this is really shaping up to be a terrible way of making money, particularly if you're too young to get a job and can hang out with your friends in a Discord call saying highly inappropriate things while you do it. In fact, you might have a pretty good time and even make some money in the process. So in terms of pros, I'd say this is easy to do, super low risk, and you might even have some fun. The downsides are you can only make so much money and it might not actually work. You have to wait a few months to see what the prices are to know for sure. But having said that, I feel like for a lot of people watching, particularly younger people, this might not be a terrible option. Just try not to get too carried away in that Discord call because you never know, someone might be recording you.
When I was talking to him, he was like, I have no friends IRL, I have no girlfriend, I have no chance at a girlfriend. I'm like, yeah, well,
I have no
Because
girlfriend.
all you do is, well, I didn't want to say it in this words, but I pretty much did. Like, of course, you don't leave the house. Where are you going to find a girlfriend unless you're in Alabama?
Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. If you've enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Massively appreciated. And if you didn't like it, well, just go tell me. I'm a fucking idiot in the comments. Don't worry, this video is not monetized, so I can say whatever I want. But also, a big thank you to Skinport for sponsoring this channel. Skinport, formerly known as SkinBay, it's the same site. All that's changed is the name, is a skins marketplace and cash out site. It's safe, convenient, easy to use. It's got a super competitive sales fee of 5% if you put skinport.com in your username, a really, really low fee if you're looking to sell your skins. If you're looking to buy instead, it's got a ton of great deals with over 100,000 CSGO skins listed, as well as easy to use deposit and withdrawal options. Awesome site, check it out, link is in the description. Anyway, that's it from me. As always, trust the numbers, not your guts. I'm Heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.